change them. And I find out a lot of them, it's because Christian beliefs are anything that you run across as demonic.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, Christians,
everyone
worships Lorraine Warren.
Until you get to the God realm, then it's only angels. What about the in-betweens?
It's demons or angels. I know. They don't believe because their faith doesn't believe in
That's
ghosts.
purgatory.
You only go straight to heaven, purgatory, or hell. And I'm like, that's not true.
What is that? There's a red light, green light, yellow light?
Yeah. There's multiple dimensions. You could go
infinite.
It depends on what you decide when you leave here.
Yeah.
You know, it really does. And like everyone says,
you prepare on the way.
Suicides, you go to hell. And I go,
no.
Kinda, depending.
Because usually
depending on how the
person
felt when they committed suicide.
If they believe in hell,
if they
save a life.
Well, if they believe in hell and they believe what they did causes them to go there.
Yeah.
They create their own hell.
Exactly.
When they go to the other side, they actually are in whatever their version of hell is. So if it is fire, pitchforks, and all that, it will appear that way to them.
If it's lost and wandering.
I always tell people, they're like, what do you mean there's no hell? I'm like, actually, there really is no hell, like one hell for all.
Be like, what concept you have of hell in your mind right now?
Is what hell is. If you decide that that's where you deserve to go.
To the extent of your fear or whatever when you die.
Well, like that, but it also is, do you believe you deserve it? And then God can't forgive me. I go, yeah, can you forgive you? What? You're God, dumbass. All you got to do is forgive yourself.
Yes.
Forgive yourself and say, I'm cool. Nothing, you know, I everything I did, bad, good, and different, it all led me to who I am now. So I'm fine with it. Be cool with it. Just be cool with it, man. Be cool with it. I know. Honey.
It's so good to finally I have confidence in myself about it now. Good. I needed a confidence upgrade because then I was like, no, you're not right. But I was like, but you're right. But you're not right because we got to tell people that it's from them first. So there is no ghost. But then there's two levels of it. It's the primary belief system and the secondary belief system.
Well, there are ghosts.
Yeah, because this person over here believes in it. But see,
it's not about the people who believe in it and don't believe in it. Okay. There are regardless.
We don't want to go there then.
There are because when someone leaves their body, it depends on their choices after.
Yes.
They could stay in this ethereal realm.
They make dimensions here too.
I've tried telling people that. I'm like, do you want to be a ghost? They're like, no. I'm like, then when your ass
that's
goes,
what I mean. That's what
when you see family or a friend or somebody going, hey, run to them and walk away with them because they're the ones that are pulling you to go where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
Don't have regrets. Don't have fears. Because when you go through that fucking white light with them, when you go through it, there's nothing but peace, love, and acceptance on the other side.
Yeah.
End of fucking story. There is no one standing there going, you're an asshole, you're going to hell. But in the interim, you do have to watch your life movie.
See, so here's what I'm trying to say.
When you go back, you have to watch your life in review. You sit down with the other spirit guides.
Or at least the parts that stick out to you. The parts that stick out.
The life in review I know.
You're not going to be like, I remember pooping on the 17th of May in 1964.
No.
I know.
It's going to be the good and bad parts.
Putting words to the unexplainable.
Good and bad parts of your life. The ones that impacted others. And during that life review.
Good and bad, yeah.
In that, well, right. In that life review, you get to actually feel how you made other people feel.
But we're putting words to things that really can't be. So when I say there aren't ghosts, but there are, I know what you mean. It's like a level of it. It's the disbelief level, the astral level is you make decisions there too.
Oh, absolutely.
If you want to be a ghost,
free will.
You'll be a ghost. Will. Yeah. It's the earth. The whole earth concept is free will.
Everything is.
Once you break the
universe is free will.
Yeah. Once you break the earth concept, you realize that it's all your mind.
They actually, two scientists just published a paper that states that they think they have enough proof to prove that the universe is consciousness itself.
I do.
But it's great to see scientists working on these things because it's funny. If you remember from the 80s and before, scientists were almost synonymously fucking atheist.
Yeah.
They had no spirituality. They were very science-minded.
The truth is,
the more that they find, the more that they discover, especially with quantum mechanics and quantum science itself, entanglement and the whole nine, the more spiritual they become. I love seeing the shift.
Because it's all spiritual.
Because the minute that they labeled the particle that holds everything in the universe together, the God particle, I knew that there was a turn in science. Yeah. Because they labeled it the God particle.
Yeah.
And
which is belief.
I'll never forget that when they said that, I was like, did a bunch of scientists just label something God? I mean, they were so anti-God for the longest time that I am shocked. And then I read the page or the review, and they said, how could it not be what someone would classify as God? Because it is the one thing that holds everything else together. It's the holder of the fabric of reality.
Do you think that if a person was like, when a person taps into otherworldly spirits, they either tap into it to the level of its memory, that spirit that they
The
get.
same vibrational energy.
The vibrational level. We'll see, yeah, vibrational energy.
We're
using
your
words.
vibration has to come up. If you're talking about people in other astral planes and other planes of existence,
you have to go there.
You have to match your frequency. Well, actually, what it is you bring your frequency here, and they bring theirs down so they can match you.
Or unless you pass them, and then you just have to come down and say, hey.
Well, if you pass them, you actually will find somebody else.
I know. I found something else.
Because
I found God. I found God. Here's the weird thing is I believe and know in myself that I found God, and I have all the answers to even the ghost stories, to even the everything. But people have to look under the words. Like I know, I literally can explain everything exactly. But you're right too. But at the same time, you know that that's not all of it because there's the God part of it. Then how does God equate into ghosts? Well, secondary belief systems, primary belief systems, ghosts, astral. Your belief system turns into something else when you aren't in the body anymore. Then your belief automatically changes. You're like,
not automatically.
Well, mine did because I was already. I guess.
I know, but it's not. See, Dan, you're acting like everyone else is like you, and they're not. They're not even close.
I know.
So
see,
they're not.
You're going to disagree.
Unfortunately, when they
let's just move on to working on videos because we're not going to agree. But I agree with everything you say, but you don't agree with me because you're thinking about.
I'm not saying because I'm what?
Because you're thinking about your thoughts. You're not. I'm saying don't hear the words. I agree. Everything you say is going to be right, but there's more than that, and you know that.
No, I know, but we're talking about one thing in specific.
But there's no such thing as one thing. Although all things are one thing. We're just putting a bunch of words to the same thing. Like a ghost, a chair, a dog, they're all God, just in different forms of thought.
That's my question.
But yeah, but like a dog isn't even a dog. You're not even a person. I'm not even a person. I'm not even holding a phone. But it's just, it goes from thought to physical form. That's why the physical form is the most amazing thing to be. We are so lucky to be human beings, but we don't get it. Because we're like this outside energy in this body controlling it. So whatever belief systems we make up in this body easily carry over, but if we're confused here, they're confused there. So if they're confused,
they carry over when you do pass. It's just the thing is it's just that staying in